Welcome to Clutch Hoops, and this is my draft fallers video. After the 2023 NBA draft, there were a couple prospects I thought fell further than I thought they would have in the draft, so I'm here to talk about it. First up is Cam Whitmore. I was really surprised Cam Whitmore was available for the Rockets at 20. I thought the absolute floor for him to go in the draft was about at 10. I was higher on Whitmore than most. I projected him at top 5 to the Pistons, and I was just really blown away with him falling so far. He's got all the tools to be a great offensive player. He contributes. He's built like a tank. He's athletic. And he's one of the best slashers and rim finishers in the class. I really believed in Cam's scoring, and the areas of concern will probably become more noticeable in Houston. He doesn't pass the ball well, and he gets tunnel vision. Tries to do a bit too much, just like the rest of the Rockets. I've heard Whitmore had some rough workouts and interviews, but being projected as a high-end lottery pick and falling to 20 is really rare and bizarre. There's definitely more to the story. In my opinion, Houston made the right decision gambling on another wing, who in my mind has near all-star upside. Anytime that's available at pick 20, I'll take that gamble. Whitmore could still end up as one of the steals of the draft, and I'll be making a video about all the steals, so go check that out soon. Number 2, we got Nick Smith Jr. I think everyone was expecting Nick Smith to fall, but maybe not as far as he did. He was still at around the mid-20s on most mocks, but he fell all the way to 27 to the Hornets. I still have some belief in Nick Smith Jr., but I'm afraid he's going to struggle. He fell mostly because of the knee injuries he dealt with at Arkansas and his inconsistency offensively. He showed some great flashes. He can handle the ball. He's got some size and wingspan. He can score on the perimeter. So this leads me to be a fan of the chance Charlotte took here. He may end up as another one of those microwave bench scoring guards, or even just as a spot-up shooter, although I'm afraid he'll try and do too much. I feel like NSJ is a risky gamble, but he's got some skills that I think give him a decent floor, and I think he could be a bench player, at least, in his future. Next up, we got Bryce Sensabaugh. Bryce came out of Ohio State with a lot of talent. He can score the ball pretty well on all 3 levels, and I think he'll be a great scorer. But his defense really is terrible. Him falling to 28 was by far one of the biggest surprises to me. I thought a team could have used his scoring in a smaller role early. I thought a team like the Heat or the Nets would have been a nice fit for him. He fell most probably because he's going to struggle to get playing time with his defense. He doesn't really move too well, and he doesn't stay in front of guards very well at all. He'll likely give up just as many points defensively that he scores on the other end, and that's what puts a limit on his upside. I like the pick for the Jazz. I think he's safer than someone like Nick Smith Jr. with his size and frame. He'll be able to contribute early as a spot-up shooter. I think he'll be able to attack closeouts, and in the future, he'll be able to expand his game offensively. I'm surprised he fell this far. The Jazz are definitely big winners this draft, and I'm a big fan of their future situation. Last up, we got Dariq Whitehead from Duke. Whitehead's a great player. He was fantastic in high school for Montverde. He can still be a great player in the NBA. He shot the ball extremely well in college from 3, and I think he can expand off that pretty well in the future. Early, he'll be able to be some sort of 3-and-D player, and maybe in the future he'll be able to be some more. I don't love his fit with the Nets. I think they just have way too many 3-and-D players. I would have liked him more with a team like the Pacers, Hornets, or Blazers. His multiple foot surgeries really destroyed any momentum he was building for a comeback at Duke, but he still ended up at pick 22. The injuries really just caused a lot of his drop in value, because most people thought he was going to be a top 10 pick. I was still high on him. He's great. He's still got some offensive flashes. He won't be playing in the summer league because of his recovery from the final foot surgery, so we won't be seeing him play till about the season. I'm curious what his role is going to be too, along with all these other prospects. If you enjoyed this video, go check out, I'm coming out with more videos soon on the risers, the steals of the draft, the winners and losers. So, go check those out. Like the video if you enjoy. Go check out more of my draft content, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.